Hello. This is a very special presentation. Normally, when I do my figure update series, a series that has gone for over a decade, showcasing the greatest figures, the best, most premium statues, collectibles that make the mind melt. It is always a celebration of many, but today there is only one. And I want to give my most heartfelt thank you to Mondo, who sent me as a gift what I am about to show and unbox for the camera. Not only because it was generous and thoughtful, but because it paid off an oath made long ago. I'll explain that. Let's just get to it. Clayface. Arguably the greatest villain in Batman the Animated Series. This showed up at my door and I was in disbelief. But the disbelief began earlier than that because I got an email a few months ago when this originally went up for pre-order. And the email said, pre-order confirmed. We'll be sending it to this address. And it was my address. And I was like, I was walking out of a public restroom when my phone went off. Bing! And I saw the email and I was like, what? And I think somebody thought I got really bad news in the restroom. That's not the case. I saw the email, gasped. I was blown away. Why was I blown away? Well, one, I think this might be the greatest figure Mondo has ever produced. I saw it in person at Comic-Con 2024. And speaking of Comic-Con 2024, someone at Mondo, at one point, I'm a huge fan of all their stuff. I'm checking out the booth. At one point, they came by our booth, Mega 64 booth. We have one every year at San Diego Comic-Con. And they wanted a hat. We have a hat that says realistic depiction of a panic attack. I just gave them the hat. And I told them, just get me that Clayface statue when it comes out and we're all square. As a joke. It was a joke. They remembered the joke. About a year later, when that email hit, and now even longer since, it showed up at my door. I've never been more proud that I made a joke. So I want to say shout out to Mondo, big time. They've been really, really great to me. They just sent me the Venom right before Comic-Con and Man-Bat even before that. So I want to say thank you. They've been extremely generous lately. And I visited them at Comic-Con this year too. They had some really great prints. They had a cool one of Dr. Doom. I don't even collect that much comic stuff, but they get me every time. And Batman the Animated Series is one of my favorite shows of all time. So we got to unbox the figure. This was the most breathtaking thing I saw in their entire booth in 2024 because not only did it tower over many of the other figures, I couldn't believe, one, how accurate it was to the show. And I'm not saying this just because I got the figure for free. I saw this before any of that in the case and literally gasped because not only, now it's got this like gatefold packaging, but he's kind of a little bit mummified in there. So you can't quite see everything. And his chest is bare. Well, I don't know if it's bare. It might just be wrapped up. But it's a little bit discombobulated here because he actually has attachments for the chest. And this is the most amazing thing, is you can see this on the artwork. It's Batman trying to escape. If you've ever seen Clayface, his episode, and anytime he's been in the show, he kind of absorbs things. Sometimes, he becomes other stuff, but also at one point Batman gets all sucked up inside him or whatever. This is the special edition Mondo exclusive. You could see it on the box, the little emblem there. this is the exclusive version. This isn't the one that's going to be just at retail everywhere. This is their own exclusive version. And the difference is it comes with, I don't know if you can see it up there in the corner. It's Batman trying to escape. And you can magnetically attach that to his chest so that it looks like Batman's trying to climb his way out of Clayface's whole situation. That's the thing that drew me the most of this. It's like, damn, they went that detailed that you can have Clayface on his own or have this poor guy trying to climb out of his gut. I rest my case. All right, I'm gonna open this, but again, I am not worthy. This is truly a work of art, and I'm so lucky to have it. So let's. And as I said, I've never done one of these videos on one toy. Like this is unprecedented, but this is an unprecedented figure. Okay. Jeez, where do you even begin? Okay. Clayface had, in my opinion, one of the best episodes of the show. And I would say definitely the creepiest. And I loved hearing the story where, there's a point in the episode where Clayface loses control of their genetic makeup and they start like freaking out and morphing into a bunch of different stuff. And the animation is really exceptional during that scene. It's better than a lot of the other stuff in that show. And I loved growing up and finding out that it was because I think it was being animated in Japan, I think, Japanese studio. And they misunderstood the notes. They saw the sketches of the shapes that he was supposed to turn into. And instead of doing kind of their more limited animation like they always did, so many frames per second, they were doing it on ones. And that's an animation term for like literally frame by frame, one drawing per frame of animation, 24 frames a second. Usually TV animation doesn't do it on ones. They don't do it a new drawing every single frame of the second. And they did for that scene because they thought that's what the notes were asking them to do. Obviously, that's going to drive the bill up way higher. And in kids' TV animation, they didn't have that kind of budget. So they showed it to the American studio, and they were like, holy shit, we didn't ask you to go this hard. And I guess the studio was like, oops, we misunderstood your notes. We won't charge you. Don't worry about it. So that scene in the show is so well done. I think that's the story. If I got that wrong, I'm sure you'll correct me in the comments, and I don't mind. Okay. Oh my God. I seriously cannot believe this is happening. Okay. So here he is kind of in his tomb here. Whoa, he's really wrapped up. Oh, okay. So this is why they actually put foam down on the chest. Damn, they padded this thing out. Look at that. Can you see that? He's, I thought this was like Batman's cape and cowl or something. I was like, oh, God. Wow. Okay, so this is very, very delicately. Whoa. I've never gotten a statue. I mean, I'm not collecting all the most high-end stuff, but I do have a handful of Mondo stuff. I love their X-Men and, again, Batman the Animated Series. So, I've got some, but I've never seen padded with, this is actually, nice foam. We could probably do some soundproofing in here with this. All right. Oh, damn, okay. I'm assuming. Whoa, I don't want to be ripping this, but I am. Okay. Oh, he's got it up in his chest there too. Let's try to get that out. Okay. Still more plastic wrapping, taking care of that. Wow, damn, dude, how big this dude is. And yeah, his wow, holy crap. And it's all really solid, but he's got like a squishiness though. The other ones in the series are a little more confirm. But this one is painted extremely nice, but he's got a little bit of squishiness to him too. And so I'm curious how the other stuff attaches. I want to take a look at that. I thought it was just magnetic. Maybe I'm wrong. Wow, holy crap. Okay, so he's got all the different shapes and stuff that he morphs. By the way, they didn't ask me to do this. They're not requiring me to do this on camera, but I was so taken by this that I really wanted to do it. You know, he has like a spiky ball at one point. He goes crab moded there. Like he gets like a little scythe at one point. Dude, this is crazy. So okay, what is this? What are we looking at here? Oh, Daggett. He's got the makeup material stuff that starts this whole mess. Wow, I'm just looking at all the attachments. I don't recognize this. Like you got like a spike thing going on. Wow, he's got like a. I think this is from Batman's gun, like his. I keep wanting to say hook shot, like he's Link or something. Different hands. Okay, let's keep going. Oh wait, what's this up here? Okay, so here's Batman's attempt to escape. Wow, that's dope. Man, they painted it perfect. Okay. There is a lot more here. Damn, man. Okay, I don't even know where to put this stuff. I'm running out of room. This is a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I don't know if you could see this, but we got a whole sheet of more accessories. And I love that they did this. None of this is taped together. Like everything just clicks, all the packaging I'm talking about clicks together perfectly. Because the one thing I hate is like peeling apart tape and stuff. No, nobody enjoys that. Okay. There's that. Okay. Damn, so the biggest piece here. Wow. Okay, so damn, he comes with a whole puddle. And I guess you could put his head. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so you can take his head off of his body and put it in this puddle like he's melting. But what I like, if I'm being honest, is that he's got multiple heads. And you can just, if I don't want to just continue, you know, I hate when you get like one and you got to like rip it off constantly. If you know, how should I just, or you can't display both, you know what I mean? Like, you know, oh, either he's on his body or he's a puddle and you can't, you know, it's like, what do I do? Well, recently they did Figma Link from Tears of the Kingdom, and I got the deluxe version, but he came with a portal that half his body can go through. Like you just rip his legs off and put the portal at his torso so it looks like he's doing that rise thing or whatever through the platform. I don't know if it makes sense if you haven't played the game, but you don't really have much of an option. It's like you either display Link as a figure or you rip him in half and put him on that portal. It was like, oh, I got to pick one or the other. So I ended up finding a Link figure on discount that I could put on there, but that wasn't a great. It just sucked, and I'm glad there's like options here. See, so I fit it on, and like I could just have that on another shelf. That's really dope. I really like that. I might put this version of his head on his body. I kind of might want him smiling. What do you guys think? I don't know. Tell me in the comments, smiling or not smiling. I kind of feel like smiling looks a little more scary. All right. What is this now? there were so many parts to this. I saw a bunch of them at that Comic-Con, but, you know, was never sure. Oh, okay. This is just like a cube of his flesh. Okay. And then another alternate head. Oh, no. This is the one. This is the one that's put this one in the puddle. Yeah, this one, he's struggling. He's like going liquid mode. Yeah. Oh, that's the stuff right there. Look at that. Yup. So like I was saying, the fact that they gave you these options, it's like a second figure. I love that. I really, really love that. Damn. Okay, and then this one, also cool, because it's another moment. I think this is also from when Batman was trying to escape. Does he impersonate him at one point? It's been a while since I watched it. Now I'm going blank on that. When was this used? Again, leave a comment and tell me, because I'm not gonna Google it. I'm just gonna end up watching the show again, and I don't need that right now. Trying to finish Gundam Wing. I've got enough nostalgic shows I'm going back to watch. Okay. Yeah, when he went like Metal Claw mode. Yeah. That's cool. That's extremely cool. I might have to put that hand on him. And I love what they do with. They always include a stand. I really like that they do that. Because so often I get fancy figures and then it's like, how is this standing up? I gotta buy another thing, figure that out. Oh man, I mean the hits keep coming. Dude, the axe hand like that. I think I gotta use one of these, the claw or the axe. Because I feel like if you're gonna have a Clayface figure, he should be using his powers, you know what I mean? Damn, dude, this is amazing. So how does this work? Oh, you kind of like tuck them in there. Right, is that? Okay, we'll have to look at that. Wow, that's really cool. Is that okay? So I might be wrong that it's magnetic. Am I? Or is it? I can't tell. It's staying in place, but I can't tell if magnets are being used. But either way, you know, he's sticking in there. Who am I showing it to? You know what I mean? He's sticking in there. It's sticking in there just fine. I just can't tell I actually can't tell if it's using magnets or not. But yeah, it stays really well. Cool. That's extremely cool. All right. I just don't know how the rest of the stand is gonna work, because I know it's stop sticking to me. I know that there's got usually with these stands the static is killing me. Usually with the stand, there's you can see there's a little thing that sticks in there, but I don't see that, and I don't know how it would attach to this guy anyway. So we'll have to investigate. Okay, so more hands. What are these hands? Okay, these are just more outstretched claw kind of thing. Okay, that's cool. Another head. Good Lord. Actually, maybe did I already show this? No. Okay, so yeah. So it's similar to the one on here. How he's not looking happy there. He's definitely not looking happy. Like he kind of outstretched. He's a little more stretched out. That's subtle, but I like that they included it. I mean, if you want his mouth open a little bit more, you got an option. So that's cool. And then what is this? Is another cube? So I think what does he make? Are these for his hands? So yeah, okay, yeah. There's two of these cubes to make his hands into cubes. Let me get this guy on camera. I'm like not showing him enough. Damn, dude. Yeah, so at one point he's bashing Batman with like 2 big clay cubes on his hands, like big hammers. And then these are fists. Comes with fists. Yeah, so, okay, so you can put fists on them too. Yeah. Wow, man. Okay, so there you have it. I mean, I think I showed all the parts, but there you have it right there. Oops. So get that up, get up in those gruts, and you can have that there or not. And still, despite being an awesome, despite being statuesque, they're still completely posable. That's what I love about Mondo stuff. Look at that. I don't want to bend his torso all the way back, but dude, like, arms are completely posable. I love, I'm sorry to say this, well, I'm not sorry, posability. I don't know what it is. I was just talking to some of the others in here about this today. I don't know what it is. As much as I love a cool statue, and I like to just pose at a certain, have a certain thing on the shelf and display it all majestically, whatever, I still would rather have a posable figure than a statue. And I don't know why that is. I think I'm always in my mind like, oh, I could do that, or I could change the way he looks with this, or I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted the thing to be posable. I liked that. And so these figures from Mondo are incredibly picturesque, and I don't know, but I like the custom. They could have made just a statue and it would have been awesome, but I love that they maintain posability. That to me is what makes a figure fun. And I'm really surprised they've maintained that, even with it being rubbery like that. You know what I mean? That's really impressive. So yeah, my only question is there a top part to the stand? I don't see it here, so I'm curious if maybe this didn't come with one. Again, I don't know how they would even attach it to this guy. I think this guy is kind of meant to just stand on his own. I could be wrong. I mean, he seems to be doing a fine job of it. I'm not using a stand right now. God, dude, I'm in disbelief right now. Whoops. Okay. There you go. Look at that. I'm gonna look in here. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling the stand, that top piece, is probably not part of the equation. Like I said, I don't know how it would even fit around this guy. So, but I do like that they put the base with it, and maybe I think he could just stand on that. I mean, like I said, he's doing a fine job of it. I mean, I'm not assisting that in any way. He's on it right now. You'll have to take my word for it, I guess. I didn't set the camera up the best way I could have. But anyway, damn. I'm in total disbelief. And yeah, he's just standing fine on the bat platform, the bat form, if you will. Wow. Well, now my question is, how do I display him? Do I give him Batman in the gut or not, or do I switch his head? I kind of feel like I should give him a more exaggerated head, either the more upset version or the smiling version. I kind of like might do the smiling version. But like I said, the coolest part of this, I think, is definitely you get a second figure. You get him. I'm melting. What a world. Isn't that sick? God, dude, this is so dope. Anyway. Well, there you have it. Oh, what is this? This is another, okay, yeah, another hand. You get it. He's another outstretched hand. You get it. So yeah, I'm gonna make his hand. I do think it's kind of funny though that you can give him this head. I kind of want to see what that looks like. Let's pop that off, and it's easy to pop off too. None of this. It's stuck. Oh my God! I gotta boil my figures stuff. It just pops on and off easily. Oh my God. I feel like if you displayed it this way in your house, people would be like, "Yo, what is wrong with that Batman? Is that a Septic 5 version of Batman? Like, who is that?" So we'll get that out of there. And yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna put the Twisted Smile. I think that's the way I want to go with it. I think I like that more. Kind of fit that in a little better. And then I'm thinking too, like, yeah, let's see what looks better for the hands. I'm thinking axe mode. I just remember distinctly thinking that was scary. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's got the... That's terrifying. Look at that. What do you guys think? Could go axe mode, could go claw mode. Maybe the claw would be a little less like obtrusive. You know, this is a lot. Like the axe is like, whoa, that's a lot. I wonder if the claw would be a little cool. You know what I mean? Ooh, yeah, I might be feeling that even more. That looks a little more right. You know what I mean? Like he's got that out. He's displaying that out in front of him, Kruger style. Oh God. Yeah, I might go that route. We're showing that claw off. Whew. Anyway, there you go. There you go. Big ass heavy figure. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. I'm gonna put that on there. I'm going with I'm gonna fill them up. Well, you gotta fill her up. Anyway. There you have it. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And he's standing just fine. Seems to be working out just perfect. Well, there you go, everybody. Clayface, once again, I want to say thank you to Mondo so much for sending this over. I couldn't be more grateful. I just couldn't. I'm in utter disbelief. This is one of the greatest figures I've ever seen. Certainly the nicest one I own. And just want to say thank you again. This is incredible. This is truly, truly amazing. I can't get it. I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna go bananas. I do want to see. Let's see the square fists real quick. Before we go, I want to see him in box boy mode. Look at that. Let's do it with the other hand. Ooh. We got to see it. Oh, look at that. Oh, when he's in like pulverized mode. Of course, I don't think he'd still be in that mode if he already had Batman in his guts. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be trying to bash him if he's on the inside. Oh, dude. For some moments in life, there are no words. Well, thank you everybody for watching this. I'm truly, my heart is swollen. Thank you so much for your generosity. This is to you, Mondo. I'm not talking to you, the viewers. You didn't give me anything except a great comment. And if you did leave me one of those, you're the most generous one of all. No negative comments, please. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, there it is. Clayface, one of my favorite villains in all of Batman the Animated Series. Masterfully done by Mondo. Thank you, Mondo, for sending this over. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Anything else cool on the box? I already showed you Batman drowning in clay. Drowning in clay kind of sounds like a Christian band, you know. Anyway, all right. Thank you, everybody. In the words of Batman, I am the night. Sometimes I go into the night after I'm so rich I've got all the figures. There is no more to say, so I fly into the night. Now so will I.